Little stream.
Welcome to Like Ooh.
Welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden. Ooh. Hello. We're just ooh-wooing for 3 hours. Hello, this is the game. This is your life now. Ooh-woo. Rime of the Frostmaidens. These are just my little players. And I'm just a little DM. Ooh-woo. Ooh-woo. Our golden child, Kaith, is going to be played by a muscled rabbit, and we will not get to see their glorious face. Flurry, who is the other child, I guess, I'm going to feign disdain for their existence, is also not going to be on camera, but you haven't seen them off camera. No, that doesn't work. Anyways, you haven't seen them exist yet, so it doesn't matter. None of this matters. It don't matter. None of this matters. And so, hi, here we are. I'm feeling in that state of perpetual tiredness and laziness that we're going to just bypass this introduction and get right into it because we're about 15 minutes behind schedule. Hi, these are the players. They play and they don't die, hopefully. Last time, y'all almost died to a giant moose. And the giant moose almost killed y'all, and y'all ended up killing the giant moose and turning the druid that was connected to it into a potted plant, and you had spent a good portion of the episode exploring the elven tomb and realizing you didn't actually know where it was in relation to your position in Lonelywood, possibly out in the Sea of Moving Ice. That was your best guess from all the rolls. Was somewhere way over here by the giant Icewind Dale letters that just kind of told you where it was. But you have no idea where it was, but after a bit of wandering, it didn't take long to get back to Lonelywood, surprisingly, once you found your way again. Returning to Lonelywood, you completed the quest, turned in the head of the killer white moose, collected your reward, and had decided you were going to head to Tourmaline to see if there was any other work.
We were going to Tourmaline to find a gem for...
Other work for a
question.
gem. Quick answer.
The fishers here.
This isn't quick at all.
Do they have like clams and stuff?
You can always inquire.
I go inquire.
Fuck, do clams even...
Freshwater clams.
In cold water?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know. Do clams get fished in Alaska? That'll give me the most accurate answer. Clamming, digging for clams for food is a popular activity in Alaska's beaches. Okay, cool. Yes, they would have clams.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought they were only like warmer climates or Mediterranean climates, but that's fine. This clarified everything I needed to know.
Hi, hello. Do you all have clams for sale?
Why, yes, we do. We offer many variety of clams. Would you like your clam shucked today, madam?
Yes, I would like some clams. Will you shuck some clams for me?
Indeed, I will shuck all of the clams. Would your beautiful elven friend standing dangerously behind you also like her clam shucked?
No thanks, I can shuck my own clams.
You seem
Unless you're referring to that one.
You seem quite capable of shucking clams.
She's very capable of shucking clams.
What about you, my good rabbit friend? Would you like your clams shucked? I don't know what this bit is, but we're gonna keep going.
No, I'm alright, thank you kindly.
Oh no, Keith has developed a British accent.
I've now gone full Cockney and there's no stopping me.
Ooh.
He's East Londoner, he is.
My hair's blue today.
Your hair is blue today. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. They do have clams for sale.
How many am I allowed to purchase?
That is a great question. This is not a question I was prepared to answer because it's quite random, and so I now have to look for a clam table for 5th edition. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The spell Clam Emotions. Perfect.
Clam emotions.
All right.
I mean, it's...
Oh god, what a rabbit hole. So the first 3 searches are Giant Clam, Forgotten Realms Wiki, Clam, Giant, D20 Pathfinder SRD stat block, and Giant Sentient Clams.
Oh my gosh! How often do these fishermen run into these monsters?
Let's find out. Oh! That's an image 5th edition.
Show!
Here's the just to keep this bit going. This is the offered clam picture, y'all.
Oh, lovely.
You need that clam shucked. They're gonna take care of your giant clam. Let me tell you. Oh my God! Average length 6 feet, 1.8 meters.
Oh.
Below average for service.
Yeah, they were literally giant
Well,
clams. So I'm trying to find you clam prices because I do not know how much clams cost.
I'm imagining, like, rations.
No, probably
No.
not.
Okay.
Giant oyster RuneScape has nothing to do with what I asked for. Thank you.
Nah, man, do your monthly quest. Do your monthly grind.
I was gonna say, even if somebody based an entire homebrew campaign off of RuneQuest. All right, D&D 5th edition. How much would clams cost? How much would clams? Oh my God, there's actually a search for this. Okay, tavern prices must include clams. Okay, how does one acquire an undead eyeball encased in a gem? That has nothing to do with what I asked. I'm looking for clams, sir. Alright. So, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this into my own hands. Boop. The waters haven't been very kind today. Far too cold to be diving for clams in the icy Meriduldawn. But I do have 2 held on ice for just such an occasion. Would you be willing to purchase both of me clams? I don't know why I'm a pirate now.
Times are rough. We must resort to pirates.
Yeah, we must resort
Pirate
to lake piracy.
How much lake piracy?
I mean, they kind of do between Bremen, Tourmaline, and Onlywood.
It's true.
So those Tourmalines have been stealing clams.
They've been stealing all our clams they has. The bastards.
How much for these 2 clams?
These 2 clams in particular, well, they will fetch a mighty price because they are giant clams. 6 feet across in length they are. That's why they're so hard to dive for, because they can eat a man whole. I'm willing to part with you for these clams for the hefty sum of 100 gold.
Well, shoot, I don't have that much.
I'm willing to part with these clams for the hefty sum of 75 gold.
Still don't think I have that much.
I'm willing to part with these clams for the hefty price of 25 gold.
Deal.
Sold Tremorlanian. He shakes your hand and takes your gold. You now have 2 6-foot large clams.
Awesome.
How do you plan to transport these giant clams?
Well, first, hey, Kate!
Yes.
I need your help.
You see she's standing next to 2 giant clams, one of which being Oh, she's the other being Thalia. Ha!
Ha.
Anyways, no, actual giant clams.
Why do you have so much clam?
Here, help me carry these to a safe location. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop these open. We're gonna harvest them for food. And if there's pearls in them, then pearls.
Food.
Pearl of that size would actually be pretty valuable.
It'd be very valuable and useful for magic.
It'd be valuable, it would. Well then, let's get this out of here and somewhere to clean.
Oh, she's.
That's.
Oh,
How
she's.
frequently do pearls develop in clams?
How do they
I can't
develop
say
in
I'm an
clams?
expert.
Oh, I can tell you how they develop in clams. They get something that's irritating on the inside, and then they secrete some substance around it, which hardens into pearls. Pearls are quite smooth and non-irritable.
Well, there you go.
That's why some people use them to shove them up their butts.
I wasn't familiar with that last part, but... Well, you learn something every day, don't you?
Yes. Oh, she's.
Yes.
Will you help harvest the meat? I need your help harvesting the meat.
I can help you harvest. But you're not shoving a pearl up my butt.
Now again.
Not
Okay.
again.
Also, I'm gonna collect a little bit of morning dew.
I help.
Yes, you can help. In
Food.
fact, you must help.
In fact, you must
Ooh.
help.
Yes. For I am in my winter season today. Everyone must help me.
She's in winter.
She's in
I
winter.
need this. But yeah.
What was that? Would that be
What does that
survival?
Yeah,
to
survival
shuck this clam?
to shuck and harvest these clams.
I will do it too.
And if there's any pearls, I'm taking those.
Have a good survival. Why am I rolling as myself?
So now, Frost, we need to figure out how much a 6-foot clam weighs.
Natural
I will-
20?
Yoo-hoo.
Naturally roll. Okay.
Natural 20 for a 28?
Yeah. And a 1 on the other side.
Yeah.
So once we
Like I said,
once
I'm
we
very
determine,
good at shucking.
yeah, you're very good at handling clams. Once we determine how much meat is in a 6-foot clam, you will have all of it.
Is there a pearl inside?
Give me 2 D100s. No, give me 4 D100s because you have 2 clams here.
54, 46, 15.
There's 1 pearl.
That's mine, thank you.
Yeah, I wanted you to roll high, and the odds were going to be a lot higher. So on that second clam, with advantage on your D100, there's a fist-sized pearl
Holy shit.
because it's a 6-foot clam.
Yes, this pearl will serve as an excellent casting focus.
There's a brief moment where you consider and realize there is no way she's getting that up your butt.
It's too cold for that shit.
Well, that comes later.
Really, I only needed one that was worth like 50 gold, but
That's about how much it's worth, probably.
okay.
Probably.
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 Can I make a check?
Do you know how to appraise the value of pearls?
Well, I have jeweler's tools. Does that help?
Yes. Actually, it does. You think it's worth more than 50 gold, for sure.
Do I get a ballpark value?
No,
Okay.
because I legitimately don't know. But you know it's worth more, for sure.
Super pearl.
Super pearl.
Alright, cool.
You definitely don't think anybody in Lonelywood has enough money to pay you for it.
Oh, alright.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it would be vastly undercut if you tried to sell it here.
Yep.
Maybe in Bryn Shander.
I will keep this giant pearl then.
Keep that giant pearl. Yeah, you really gotta work hard to polish that pearl.
Mm-hmm. I'm good at polishing pearls.
Camera slowly turns to Oshi's.
Right. I'm not gonna deny it.
Anyways.
Oh, we can use like the shells as sleds now.
That's
Yes.
true. Are you going to haul around 4 6-foot-long clamshells?
Yes.
Are we still in Lonelywood or have we left already?
You have not left yet because we stopped to go buy clams.
This was important.
This
We
was
got a
important.
fist-sized pearl out of it.
You did get a fist-sized pearl out of it.
Just keep it back at our place. We can keep one around as a sled.
I'm sure they'll make fine crafting materials. I'll just mark that on treasure since I'm not carrying it around. We're leaving it here. And I guess we can store the food. Oh!
I hold my hands out in a grabby motion.
We have to cook it first.
Cook.
How much should we get?
Sorry. Oh, right. I
The
never
clam
I
meat?
never figured out how much they weigh. How much meat do you get from a clam? Varying sizes when buying fresh clams. The size of the clam will affect the yield. In general, 1 pound of clams yields about 4 ounces of meat. So, I'll make. Let's just hypothetical 6-foot clam. How much meat do you get from a pound of clams? That's not what I asked.
Flurry would respond to Keith and say, "Cook too fancy."
Well, for some, the rest of us need to cook it so we don't get sick.
It's true.
I have now.
To be fair, these are my clams, so...
Ooh, a chowder clam can be about 6 inches. So...
That's about 12 centimeters, meaning you get about 15 of those into the giant clam.
Yep. So a giant clam. And then if you get 15 of those, you make...
But you also have to think about the other dimensions.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to work off of this to keep it simple.
I was going to say 6 inches for a regular clam, 6 feet for that, so 12 times whatever the average meat would be.
1 pound would do 4 ounces.
I've said it before, but I really don't like your measurement system.
Our measurement system's kind of shit.
It's like us and one other country uses the worst measurement system on the planet, and we're too stubborn to let it go.
It's true.
I'm over here trying to work out what the fuck an ounce is. Like, I think it's 28 grams.
Yeah.
Thank you, drugs.
So average is about 3 pounds. For a 6-inch one, average is about 3 pounds. So
36 pounds then.
36 pounds. Yeah. That's a lot of fucking clam meat. Yeah, so you have 36 times 2, 72 pounds of clam meat. Perfectly shucked.
We can't keep all of this.
No.
Well,
But the town does look at you quite expectantly. Because
They can look all they want.
shucking 72 pounds worth of clam meat is not something you can keep hidden.
They are more than welcome to look, because they also know I killed a moose and didn't come back with any meat.
It's true. They are aware of that.
Perhaps it might be best to try and sell some of this before we leave. I don't believe there's much way that we could keep it or cure it. Of course, I'm no culinarian.
It's cold enough. Food does keep for a little longer than usual, but this is a lot of food. They're just gonna throw away at them.
well, maybe if we give a portion, we can keep some of them from troubling us. Or we can be content in the fact that we will not be starving this month. Or both. This is a lot.
Well, we
rations
can-
are oh, sorry.
We can sell some of it, keep some of it on our person. Have to keep fed. And if there's anything left over, you know where
Theory.
you know what we can do with it. She looks directly.
Directly at who?
You.
Oh.
You're the only one in this group that knows about her stash.
Okay. Oshis. Do we want to... So, sell some, keep some, stash some, donate some.
It's yours to do with what you like.
Later?
Well, I'm currently on my winter season right now. I don't want to give anything to anyone.
Actually, I may have been wrong. Rations are about 2 pounds of food to keep us sustained for a day. Therefore, that much might only make us 1 week between the 5 of us. We could be selfish. Before
Right.
it starts to turn, of course.
Look, some of us know that some days I'm selfish and other days I will give everything away. Currently, this is all mine.
And it's all yours.
Well, then it's settled.
We wait for another day.
You wait until her hair is red, it seems, or blonde.
Maybe. I'm not going to tell you that. Oh, she knows. Don't ask her.
You friend.
Oh, well, thank you. I am a friend.
And share.
On any other day I would, and I just give him a pat on the head.
I give money. And I look at Keith.
Thalia just takes out, like, the cured meat of one ration and just kind of hands it to the to Snowboy.
And then I hold it out to her.
I trade some of the cured meat for some of the clam meat.
Yay!
One ration
I
for
put
another.
In my pocket.
This is an
And then I
interesting
hold
trade.
my hand out for a handshake.
I shake his hand.
Business
I don't think-
good.
I don't think anything's changed, but I'm glad you're happy.
We should, are you still wanting to go down to Tourmaline? Even though you've got what you wanted here?
Yes.
Explore fun.
Are there other spell components that you might need?
Maybe.
I'm happy to lend my measly sum of gold to try and get us nice and set up so we don't have to go looking.
Well, there is something else that we need to do, and that would be enchant that fur.
Yes, it's kind of what I'm saving for. And useful if we're going to be traveling for any long periods of time. Blizzards can get quite bad.
Well, if you'd like, we take a little downtime and we can work on making that cloak into or that fur into something useful, and I'll sell some of the meat, and we'll see how I feel tomorrow.
Well, I can start inscribing some of the runes, but we'll need magical components, inks and threads and the like. It would be my first time ever trying to make such an item, but I'm happy to try and learn.
Wonderful. And then we can go to Tourmaline tomorrow?
Yeah, we can go at first light.
I will grab my bedroll from wherever it is and then hold it out to Thalia and be like, "Thread come from this?"
Oh, how kind. But we'll need specific items, I believe. The standard bedroll seldom has magical components in it. Except for very lush ones. Ah, those were the days. But, no, never mind. You keep it.
Speaking of magic, let's get to work.
Nod.
I grab Thalia expectantly.
Yeah, Thalia runs along, and I suppose she'll
Do
just
magic.
chuck 20 of the 25 gold at possibly buying magical components so we can try and get started on this thing.
Do it.
I
You
want
do
to
so.
follow you guys.
Boy follows.
I say, and then I'm like, "What magic?"
I'll put some gold forward as well. I'll put 20 gold forward. And
Did we get a chunk for the Chawinga as well? Or was I not included in that?
That is between you and Shay.
I probably didn't. I don't think I was there.
Did we get money for that?
That is between you
25
and
gold.
Shay.
I thought we just got the lantern. That's all
Shay,
she gave
that
us.
was technically only Shay's side quest.
But I will give.
But Shay took me with her.
It's
That's
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's-
She did.
and that's why I said it is between you and Shay.
So,
But Dido doesn't remember. She just remembers that they were given the lantern.
yeah, Shay. We did get 25 gold. Currently with blue hair, Evantis does not want to give it up.
That's fair.
I mean, I didn't ask for it when you had your other hair, so.
But if you did, she would have given you every penny. So, two things I want to do. I would like to cast one spell on my little potted plant,
Yes.
my druid bush.
Oh, hey, Shay, before
Yes.
we get too far into that,
Uh-huh.
I have an answer for why Vecna looks so weird in this
Oh,
new
yeah?
art. So it's supposed to be what he looked like before Koss killed him.
Oh. He just had nose plugs.
Yeah, it's just jewelry. Well, yeah, so that's what he looks like before he's murdered. But
Ah.
apparently it was part of the promotional art for the annual magazine this year.
Gotcha. Well, okay. That's kind of interesting.
Makes it more neat. I was hoping they were going to make him a new adventure villain, but that's fine too.
Yeah. So, I'm going to cast a little spell on my druid bush.
Does a little something like this.
It goes a little something like this. And I've collected the components.
Look, Shay made her own spell. Cough, cough, don't think about it, Shane.
But I already am.
I know. So, yeah. Everybody is temporarily blinded by the sudden onset of a self-contained tiny sun. Because
Could you just blow on it or something?
having
Until it can
gone
breathe?
having gone 2 years without seeing the sun, you are all instantly hit with the light. It is only a temporary thing, like when somebody comes into your room and pulls back the curtains while you're trying to sleep. And then once the stabbing pain of your retina is acclimating to sunlight again, it is just this little tiny ball that hovers over this bush, and it just goes photosynthesis, and that's it.
I've just developed a new spell.
I run away. I run back to the others. Blindly. But I run in that direction, because I do not like the light.
You run into a wall.
Oh, now that is quite fascinating. You'll have to teach me sometime.
I will also chuck 10 gold at whatever the wizards need for the
So,
moose hide.
this will help for a number of things. We'll be able to tell when it's daylight and not daylight more easily. Plus, my plant friends will be able to grow more easily now.
Never daylight.
I mean, it is now.
Surely, the sun will still rise and fall. We just can't happen to see it because of the ever-reaching storm and clouds and depression
Darkness.
and cold. That too.
There are stars. God.
Anyway,
Read into this.
anyway, there's that. Let's get to, and this will also give us some light to work with while we're working on this enchantment. I'm thinking we make it warm and able to resist the biting cold. What is your idea?
I can tan it. Make it into the cloak.
That's not necessarily something I have the magical capabilities to do. But I'm happy to help you with the extra parts. But
Oh.
I am in agreement. Keeping our more frail members safe from the cold might be
Oh,
that's
this is
no idea.
this is going to Oshis because I know she's going to protect me.
Oh, that's a valid point. But yes, I'm in agreement.
Plus, she did get the
Right.
kill.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Very
Excuse
good.
me?
Plus, she did get the kill.
Oh, I thought you said she's frail. I was like, wait a second.
Oh no. Alright, so
Well,
yeah.
she is a weak little baby girl. She needs.
So 45 gold towards materials, and we will spend this day enchanting this, and I think Oshis is doing leather stuff.
Hot.
Would like to go exploring in the woods today.
Gonna go exploring in the woods today. Alright.
Would you like Arcana roll?
Yes,
or-
please.
Okie dokie. 21.
Nice. I'll assist with that. I am trained.
I'm trained.
Not that it actually matters, considering you rolled higher on the left anyway.
Oh, well. That's the case.
While Vantus is working, I will whisper once we've cleared out my house. We still need to have a conversation. Whoa.
Okay.
But please, Thalia, make yourself at home until I kick you out.
That is very nice, thank you.
Yeah. And y'all are able to make some progress on your enchanting. It will take time. Quite a bit of time.
Understood. And I will post the item or the type of thingy I'm doing.
So shall we progress to the next day, or
Yes.
is there more y'all wanted to do?
Well, I think Oshis wanted to have a conversation, but yes.
Have the conversation,
And I would like to go to the woods.
and you go to the woods.
The mirror. You spoke in a different language, one I've never heard before. I saw what came up. That what brought you here? Is that the wreck that you've been dreaming about?
The big sea monster? I think so. If
Like
that-
it was here.
If those are memories, then yeah, I think it's fairly safe to say that I was there and am now here, and you probably found me when I wandered away from it.
Do you remember anything about after seeing those images?
Little bits. I remember it being home, but not home. Like it wasn't my choice of home.
Is this something you'd like to find again?
I think so. I saw, when I first looked in the mirrors, one of my reflections, or one of my, I guess it's technically a scry, one of my scry images on me was not moving like I was moving, and instead looked to me, and my eyes seemed a little different. But it made me think of the things I see in my dream with the like the tendrils everywhere, and
Do you have any idea if it's close to where I found you?
probably. I don't think I would have survived too terribly long out in the cold.
Is this something you would like to share with?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't really know them. But I think maybe you shouldn't bring it up. If it is brought up, I wouldn't try and hide anything.
Okay.
There may be questions. If you don't really have answers, so you can't really answer any questions.
Not all the answers. I feel like in the dreams or the memories, when these tendrils touched me, it would change my seasons to whatever they wanted, instead of it being random and chaotic.
Well, what? Now we kind of know what we're going up against. Whatever this
I guess
is really monster.
maybe. I guess it's kind of like it was feeling my emotions. If that makes any sense.
Does kind of.
Kind of like an empath, but more visceral.
You can keep an ear out for any rumors or mentions of what sounds like what.
Okay. Sanar, you can keep this all secret for now, right?
I know everything.
But you can kind of keep the secret for now, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
We should get some sleep. It'll be
They immediately go to tell everyone.
it'll be a long travel to Tourmaline. I also think it best we bring them with us.
What pronouns do you prefer?
Who are you talking to again?
Sanar,
Who's Sonar?
the elf mummy.
Oh, right. I was doing the bush.
That's Bushimi.
Yeah. Now that you remembered that the mummy was there, and I was waiting for someone to address it. The mummy says, I was a woman in life.
Okay. Oh,
As
Lord,
long as she stays in.
yeah. Lord Bushimi, I never actually asked. What are
I
your
don't
pronouns?
understand what pronouns are.
Okay. I will continue to refer to you as Bushimi then.
I am a bush!
And yeah, once they're done, at least we'll head to bed because it's going to be a long
And boy
travel.
heads out into the woods. Boy, where are you heading?
I am heading to one of the trees
One
that
of
I
the
marked.
trees. You go to this
That I-
tree. What does this
that I
mark look
messaged
like?
you about.
Yes, paint us a picture with words.
There is a marking on the tree. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I will think of something. We will say, I'm just gonna list off random shapes. It is a circle with a triangle in it, and then a line through the center.
Oh my god, I've
Vertically.
never heard of this before. Whatever could it mean?
Wait, I actually don't know what it is.
Oh, isn't that a Harry Potter marking? A triangle with a
No
circle in
clue.
it and the line?
I have no clue.
People have that marking all the time.
That's the Deathly Hollows.
Thank you, that.
Then never mind. Then we're gonna do a square.
I was like, that is so familiar. It's like I thought it was the Death Eaters, but no, it's the Deathly Hollows. Yeah, I've never read
That's-
Harry Potter, but yeah.
That's
No, we're gonna do a square with a triangle in it, and then
A circle with a line down it. That's
a frost
and
a
then
giant steps out.
horizontal line through it.
A frost giant steps out and says, "You're a wizard, Snowboy."
yeah, exactly.
Hey, I said a circle with a triangle in it,
Hmm.
not a triangle with a circle in it.
Or allegedly. Apparently, it is also the geometric symbol for destiny, so you're not.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
But yes, and I just dig a little hole in the ground, and I put the clam meat in there, and then I leave.
Okay. And therefore, the clam meat has been buried, and Boy makes their way back to Lonely Wood. And everybody goes to rest.
Yes.
It's morning. I feel like there is a weather chart on here that I should be following, and I cannot find it. I feel like there was. Didn't I track weather for y'all in the other game?
Yes.
You weren't in the other game, Dido.
No, but you had me roll for weather last session.
Did I?
Yes.
Maybe I did. Where's my special equipment? See, this would be great if there was just like a section they make for dungeon masters to utilize all of this stuff instead of spreading it out across all of this awful. I'm glad I have rules for telepathy, but not this.
God, man's wearing such a pained expression right now too.
It's so frustrating the way this is laid out. And I feel like it's Roll20, not necessarily Wizard's fault, but it's just the way this is laid out.
Everything is Wizard's fault.
Okay, yeah, Wizard did it. Wilderness survival is probably what I wanted. Blizzards, veering off course, extreme cold. Fishing. There's rules for fishing. That's actually.
Well, there's rules for how I make money.
Yeah. Yeah, actually there is. Do you want to know the rules for fishing while I have it up?
Sure.
So fishing, people specialize in fishing for knucklehead trout. So to fish for knucklehead trout on the lakes of Icewind Dale, a character needs fishing tackle and a rowboat. The former costs 4 gold in the player's handbook, while the latter can be bought for 50 gold or rented for 2 gold a day. A character can fish on the ice instead of a boat, in which case a saw or similar tool is needed to cut a fishing hole through the ice. At the end of each hour spent fishing on the lake, a character must make a DC 15 Wisdom Survival check. A failed check indicates no fish is caught during the hour. If check succeeds, the character hooks a knucklehead trout and must make a strength athletics check contested by the fish's strength check to pull it out of the water. The trout has advantage on this check. If the character fails the check, the trout escapes. The character who fails the check by 5 or more must succeed on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or be pulled into the frigid water. A character who is pulled out of the water is dripping wet and continues to suffer the effects of the frigid cold until the wet clothes are taken off and replaced by dry ones.
Damn.
They put a lot of thought into this fishing.
Yeah. Illumination, as long as the everlasting rime lasts, natural light in Icewind Dale is never brighter than dim. In normal non-blizzard conditions, twilight extends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is what we were talking about earlier, hon. Icewind Dale is otherwise dark until Aural's aurora, or full moon, appears in the night sky. So, yeah, there you go. So it's not always dark. You got about 4 hours of twilight. Yeah. Travel, but no weather. Well, that's just fantastic.
I sent you a thing that might be useful, but...
A thing? You sent me 3 things.
Oh yeah. Only one of them is relevant to this game.
Only one of them is relevant to this game.
Like, including Jinx or something.
Yeah. This one might be helpful, but is this one particular to Icewind Dale?
I don't think so. That's why I mentioned you'd probably have to change the rarities of everything.
Yeah, it makes it a little...
A 1% chance for a blizzard in Icewind Dale seems pretty...
You know what?
silly.
Why don't I just do this?
Why don't you just create one yourself?
Frostmaiden weather table. I created a weather events and effects tracker for Icewind Dale. Thank you, person. Google Docs.
It's gonna be great when we have whole episodes of just fishing tournaments, basically.
God, I would love that. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Same as the dino racing that consumed...
Oh my
like 2
God,
hours.
this is actually really thorough. So a moon cycle is in effect from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Twilight is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Aural's aurora lasts from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And it tells you what each of the light conditions are for each of those. Also, fun fact: the everybody who has dark vision doesn't get to enjoy the way the aurora looks. You know why? 'Cause it's in grayscale. It looks really boring. It just looks like gray wibbles in the sky. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
Dwarves have noted it looks particularly boring.
I don't have dark vision, but I have night vision.
Wink,
In the
wonk.
defense of all non-dwarves, dwarves are also incredibly boring themselves, so
That's
that
fair.
actually is probably super exciting. It's just like grayscale, like a kaleidoscope. Like, yeah, you
this-
do color.
This is actually way too formulaic. Like, it has way too many conditions. I just want, like, a chart that I can roll on, not having to calculate different conditions for it. So thank you. It was helpful. Not. Haha, 80s burn.
It was helpful until it wasn't.
It was helpful until everybody died. That's travel. I don't need that. Speaking of blizzards. No. That's just if I want it to be storming. I don't want it to be storming. I want to know what the weather is. House rules. Banned content. Wow, that's a great way to start. Oh, wow. Banned content. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Okay. Just no fun. Classes are banned. Twilight Domain. Oof, sorry, Frost. And Artificer. Alright. Artificer is not available in the Forgotten Realms and is native to the world of Eberron. Newsflash, son, have you not heard of Gond? So that person doesn't qualify. Weather rules. Extreme cold, heavy precipitation, mist, snow. I just want a chart. I don't want the actual information on this stuff. God bless it. Why is this so difficult? Hey, I'm just going to decide that it's a light snow today because this is taking too long. Let's rock and roll. Keep it moving.
Sounds good, buddy-o.
Buddy-o, fellow Hotman.
Buddy-o boy.
Everybody wakes up and has breakfast and is hopefully ready to head to Tourmaline.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I wake up with red hair, so I will donate some of the food today.
Donate some of that food. How much food do you donate?
Let's see. I will
Probably more than Oshis would like.
Probably more than she's with.
No, I'm not blonde hair, so I'm not giving it all away. But I am red haired enough that I'll give a good.
Are you first using 10 pounds of clam meat for the sake of our breakfast, or should we mark off rations?
Oh no, yeah, I will absolutely.
Why don't you just go buy breakfast at the tavern?
Because we have clam meat.
Because you could make chowder.
Yeah, we'll have chowder today, and we'll donate. So that takes down. You said 10 pounds.
For
I just figured 2
everybody.
pounds per person, yeah.
Case will donate the gift of air and breathe on somebody. That's a huge contribution.
So
You have
then,
my parasites.
You could gift them your water.
Breath of my body. There you go.
how about, is 20 pounds too much?
I don't know. You tell me. It's quite generous.
Right. She'll only offer the 20 pounds to the speaker.
The speaker whistles and says, "Wow, that's a lot of clam meat."
You're welcome.
I'm-
Make sure that everybody is fed.
Mhm.
Insight check. There.
She at you.
Yep. Does she intend to make sure everybody's fed?
She gave you a mother's
Okay.
Okay.
And then they'll go. And then she'll make sure that more is hidden or stored away.
Okay. Please make me a stealth roll.
Oh, I can't do that. Oh, she's helped me.
Oh, she's make a stealth roll with advantage. Because you've gotten
well, yeah, 'cause
you've
it's
gotten quite good at
snowing.
hiding this. And
Yeah,
it's snowing.
it's snowing. You said stealth?
Yep.
Thank
Good, 'cause
God.
it's a natural one.
Oh. Okay.
19 with advantage.
With advantage, yeah. Thank goodness. All right. So you guys stash this away. Do you stash it with the other food or somewhere separate?
Probably separate in case.
I have
one
like a
gets-
general area where I put different things.
But not all together.
No, because I know wild animals will try and dig it up.
Okay. Cool.
How much did I stash? I just want to write it down. So.
How much did she stash?
How much do you want to stash out of 42 pounds?
How much do you want to stash out of 42 pounds?
Maybe like 5 pounds.
50 pounds. 5 pounds.
Alright.
You store 5 pounds of clam meat.
Just enough for us if we need it. Until I can go out hunting.
A pound of clam meat for each of you, should you need it. Okay. Are we hitting the road now?
Yes.
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 Hey, Oi, Thalia, are we ready?
I'm good to go.
Yes.
Ah, excuse me.
Bless you.
No, it was a yawn.
And,
On you.
While
Yawn
we're
you.
going, I'm gonna stop by that tree again and check to see if the meat is still there.
Are you going alone?
I mean, I assume it's on the way.
It is, but that didn't answer my question.
I mean, I'm not trying to be secretive about it.
Okay. So as you all start to make your way out of Lonely Wood, Boy does kind of veer off the path and seems to head towards a tree. Boy, when you get there, you see that where you had previously left the clam meat, there is none left.
I smile and I'm like, yay! Or I make a little like, I don't know, a little dog sound. I don't know what that sounds like, a little like or something. I don't know. And then I
What is that about?
pull out my dagger, and I just like carve into the tree an arrow pointing just in the direction that we're gonna be walking.
That's hilarious. Okay, I like that.
We're attracting bears.
What was that about? What was that about? Flurry?
Huh?
What was that about?
I feed family.
Why is your family out in the snow?
Well, the boy
They're
was raised
here?
by wolves.
I just looked at Kate.
He was raised by wolves.
Not bears at all.
Okay, so there's wolves following us.
Not now.
but there could be wolves. Oh,
Probably hunting.
You know we can't keep leaving food for them, correct?
Just that seems like an important thing you want to point out to Oshis.
because I shoot, kill, and eat wolves.
Oh, jeez, make a survival roll.
Me?
No, she's.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Wow.
There
Considering
are.
I rolled the wrong thing.
Uh,
I rolled
yeah.
stealth instead of survival. Hold on.
Go ahead and re-roll it. Okay,
Okay.
well.
Wait! I got a thing for this. No.
Regardless, it's fairly obvious that there are several wolf tracks. Some fully grown, some smaller, but there's a good number of wolves that were here around this this spot where Boy had left
Can I-
some food.
This is gonna sound very weird. If I look around the tree,
Mhm.
do I see any yellow snow?
Yes.
If I sniff it, does it smell like my pack?
Yes.
Lit. Cool. That
I heard
that
lick
and
for a
then-
moment, and then I reevaluated my ear holes.
Yes. So then I turn to the others and I say,
All is well. friendly.
Okay, you know, good to know that they're friendly, but again, Oshis eats wolves. So
I mean, I
that's-
don't hunt all wolves. I saw some while I was on watch. And, I mean, they were just minding their own business.
but point is, you don't want her accidentally, you know, killing your family and then eating them.
Or feeding them to you.
Or feeding them to you. That would be awful.
I sad. I'd be sad.
You would be sad. So, what do these wolves have any particular markings that we can identify them by?
He thinks for a moment, and then he says,
Just wolves.
That's helpful. Okay, good to know, boy.
If friendly, then family.
If they don't try to kill us, then they're family. All right. Well, thank you for letting us know.
Welcome. I not know. Hunt wolves. Oh sheesh.
Okay. Good to know. Be more cautious.
Thank you.
And I will.
And you will.
I will. No, we're good.
And, keep going.
Alrighty.
Burning twilight.
Yeah.
Not with this glowing bush.
"Oh, I'm staying away from the bush. I'm not used to that light."
The burning bush.
My gosh, it burns!
My
My legs.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, we'll head out toward Tourmaline.
Hell yeah. Alright, so it will take, because I have a thing that has better travel speeds than the ambiguous.
And just so I'm clear, we have Bushimi and
Sonar.
Sonar. Yeah.
I'm assuming you're taking them unless you state otherwise.
Okie dokie.
We are.
Alrighty.
Sonar is all bundled up, smelling like pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice, fuck yeah! Alright, so let's see here. Where was my thing that had travel? It says it's only 2 hours from Tourmaline to Lonely Wood, but it's very ambivalent on how that actually works.
It isn't an amazing distance, but
Well,
according to the scale down below, that's about 1.5 mile, if that is the unit of measurement.
yeah, and I don't know how old school township spans work, but it just seems very short.
Oh,
1.5
there
miles.
you go. 2.
It takes
About
me
2.
15 minutes to stroll,
But you're also
Say
moving
mile.
through. You're also moving through snow.
but it's a light snow.
But it's
And
a.
hey,
But there's still a bunch of snow on the ground.
The
too.
snow
Yeah.
does not melt.
It's also a. Yeah, it's also a
Yeah.
deep snow and incredibly cold. Y'all are
I don't
traveling.
know about you guys, but I'm pretty fast in the snow because
I mean, I am too, because
She's a-
actually
you're
difficult
an-
terrain doesn't slow us after. No, wait, hold on.
You're an elf.
I
You
don't
stride
think that's
atop
yet.
the snow.
I was
Um,
just saying it
now he's
as
a young.
flavor joke.
Yeah.
While traveling for an hour or more in your chosen terrain, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel, unless by magical means.
Blizzard. Icewind. Alright. So extreme cold. Y'all are good with that. Frigid water. Nobody fell in the water. overland travel. So on foot with snowshoes, you all can travel. Oh, here we go. Getting around 10 towns. That's what I was looking for. Oh, there are places where y'all can buy some axe beaks too.
Aren't they birds?
Yes,
Yes.
they are giant. They are chocobos basically.
Oh, and we can use one to pull our sleds?
I don't think one is enough to pull them, but they have actual dog sleds. Or domesticated axe beaks, plural, to pull as pack animals. So yes, you can do that.
I have a wolf pack that can pull our sleds.
That's true.
I'm not in contact with them, right? Well, I am technically in contact with them. They're not like a part of our party yet.
Nope. So on foot with snowshoes, you can travel half a mile every hour.
I'm gonna mute, by the way, so I can open up my popsicle.
Okay.
So 4 hours travel time. Keep on
Yeah,
going.
which is hilarious because the thing for travel from Lonelywood to Tourmaline says it's only 2 hours.
Those big pricks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it says that they are on foot. So it like their calculations are just wrong. 4 hours sounds more believable though. So
Yeah.
it takes 4 hours for you guys to traverse along the road trail pathway that winds along Mare Dual Dawn to get to Tourmaline. And after the 4 hours, Tourmaline comes into view, and what you end up seeing. Is there a descriptor? Is there a descriptor? I need a description. Because one of the great things about this is that they don't give you much detail. Alright. So I will move you guys over to Tourmaline. Because boy howdy, you couldn't just pay somebody to write the description of Tourmaline in a fun, descriptive way. Founded by Kalashite settlers who appreciated beauty, Tourmaline is widely regarded as the most picturesque town in Icewind Dale. Spreading out from the shore of Mare Duoldan and bordered on the north and west by tall pines, its buildings incorporate carvings of wizards, homunculi, tigers, and smiling djinn. For most visitors, the enchantment of the town is dispelled as soon as the icy claws and teeth of cold wind sweeping down the north, shearing through their layers of clothing, remind them that they are in the shitty far north. I added that last bit in. Tourmaline was built in the path of this dreadful gale, which continues well past the town to hairy fissures on the southern half of the lake. So, there you go. Tourmaline has a larger population than Lonelywood, with a size
There's
of...
more houses than people.
Well,
Buildings in general.
yeah. Well, there's quite a lot. Where did my Lonelywood? Where did you go? Where did you go? Lonelywood. Do. I lost it. This is why we can't have nice things. It's so hard to maneuver through this. Lonelywood. Oh, okay. So you want to know how big this town is by comparison? Population is roughly 6 times as many people. So.
So it has 600 people instead of 100.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's an estimated population of about 600 people here. But it can muster up to 50 soldiers. Wow. To be fair, Lonely Wood can also muster 50 soldiers, so that really tells you something.
These guys aren't warriors.
These are not warriors. These are merchants and craftsmen.
How many warriors did you bring? And what are you? Why, I'm a blacksmith.
Exactly.
Sparta, what is your profession?
Oh, yeah, hooray, toxic masculinity and speedos.
Yeah.
So you all arrive from the northern trail of the Lonely Wood, leading in. Even though it says that this is a nice town, it doesn't have any walls, so it really doesn't protect you from the cold that travels through the area. But you are greeted to a very different sight, as there are many people moving about the town. This is a hub for importing exotic woods, high quality silks, fine goat woods, and marbles. They arrive here for processing to be distributed to other areas. And while Bryn Shander is the market hub, it is the center of art. So you will find the jewelers, artisans, and enchanters are the ones who are highly respected here. As I'm pulling my information from other sources to help round out what Wizards of the Coast didn't give me. So here we are. I'm assuming Oshis is the only one who's ever traveled to Tourmaline.
Has she ever taken me with?
This is a question, not a statement.
It is.
Technically Thalia would have passed through, but she wouldn't have stayed long.
Well, Oshis, what do we know about Tourmaline? Like what their sacrifices may be?
I've never actually been here during one of their sacrifices, but she thinks for a minute. I think it's warmth.
I do believe that is correct. 1 second. You know, it would be a great place for it to tell me that. Yeah, warmth. The sacrifice is warmth. They have not yet resorted to cannibalism. Oh,
So
handout.
we keep food?
Handout. You have handouts for Tourmaline. Tourmaline's heraldry is a blue-black drop with a white fish rising from the bottom. Bloop.
Oh, cute.
It's adorable.
Like a little fishing lure.
Yeah. And then... Oh, no, that's the 10-town overviews. Where's my Tourmaline? Do I have a picture for Tourmaline
Guys,
to show y'all?
Like, I look at the
don't.
heraldry
Okay.
and I say, I just had inspiration for another enchantment. A pink bead that vibrates.
Wow. There you go. That's kind of a helpful imagery of...
Fun.
Kitty.
Yep.
But
So
I
there,
can't see it look like
Yeah,
that.
too bad. All of us.
too bad none of you can appreciate it.
To be fair, it is a light source.
Yes, but you don't see color.
We only see grayscale when it's dark, in the darkness.
And the aurora only comes out in the dark.
Yes, but it's actual light.
But you don't see the color.
Okay.
Are we here? What,
What are you doing
Francis,
here?
you wanted to come here?
Oh, yes.
Are we here for the night?
I think so. Partly I wanted to have a look around, see what materials were available to casters, and maybe make some more money.
I poke Evantis.
Yes.
You not sell warmth here. Warmth sacrifice.
Only
Correct.
during the full moon.
Yeah, that's like almost a month away at this point.
New moon.
Oh. Okay.
And the sacrifice is on the new moon.
But that kind of warmth isn't sacrifice.
It can be. If we really wanted to get creative.
Please portion
Usually,
50% of your
us-
warmth.
More than
usually there are no fires allowed and no magical means to keep yourself.
Which is why body warmth is very important.
Oh. Okay.
But if we're looking for work, probably talk to the town speaker. And if we're staying for the night, I think Oshis would know the name of whatever tavern or inn or place to stay.
You would. In
I don't.
fact.
I don't know.
The place to go, coincidentally, is named the Blue Clam. That's a tavern. The east side is the inn here. And what is the deal with the Blue Clam? I can actually give you some information on it because while the name is hilarious, considering everything we've done, I want to make sure that it's actually worth going to. Dear God, why did you close the Tremolane? Termlane. The Blue Clam is a dockside tavern. Okay, so yeah, if you want to go to the inn, it's the east side. But the Blue Clam is a tavern.
So it's still early in the day. We pick up a job now. Okay, so we're coming from Lonelywood. We'll go past the town hall. If we can stop and talk to the town speaker, see if they have any work that we can do, and then head to the inn to get a room for the night, or rooms.
Alright. I'll also keep an eye out on for what kind of shops and stuff are available, even if we're not walking in, just kind of taking a look at what's around.
I would like to listen to people.
Want to hear some rumors?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm specifically listening for things about frozen tentacle monster.
Frozen
And
tentacle monster.
Chewingas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I imagine we have the lantern out when we're traveling in Twilight and Darkness. So.
Do you imagine that? Because
imagine
that's something that needs to be specifically stated and activated because
I-
it's a magic item.
I take it out and activate it.
All right.
While you guys are walking, I suppose I'll look out for like post-it notes and bouncy boards and stuff like that as well.
Post-it notes and bounty
Just so we're
board.
covering all our.
Those
all our-
things that we usually find in taverns or inns. Okay, you don't see any of
Yeah,
those.
exactly.
Let me pull up the nature spirit.
We've got to get to the tavern to harass the keep about rumors until they finally start the Dark Brotherhood quest line.
Hell yeah. We know what you did.
Why, like, that's obvious. The most depressing cleric in Rime and the Frostmaiden. You just make everything even darker than usual.
Make it dark, make it dark, make it dark. Where did my Chewinga information go? Page 9. Chewongas. Oh no, you find the biggest Chewinga. Chewongus.
Humongous.
Children.
It's big Chewongus. We get so much money.
Spice it up if you want to add a bit of trauma to the Ooh, that's fun. I won't do that yet. Can't traumatize Shay this early. Okay, that doesn't
The
have my
whole town is a
information.
mimic.
And the whole town is a Chewinga. Encounters on the road, player's primer. Okay, so that doesn't give me anything helpful. I just need my basic information for you trying to find the Chewingas. Ah, there we go. Roll me a D100, please.
84.
Ah, okay. Cool. Yep. The lantern glows green.
I pivot and I swivel in the direction the green quill is brighter.
Alright.
And I'm just like, green light!
Everything else comes to a stop
Red light.
as the 5 people get shot just randomly in the street. Got that one. Turns green as they approach the edge of town, whereupon they spot. Okay, this is fun. So Avantis pivots on her feet and goes green light and points towards a bundled up figure stomping out of a snow-covered cottage. When she spots you all, she starts yelling at the wind and warning you all, "Watch out! The wind, it brings curses! Evil spirits!"
What?
Don't worry, I bring a god with me to assist.
"I am a god!" And she points at the bush and screams and continues to run.
Did she run out of her house?
She was out of her house.
And we go. I guess we're breaking and entering.
I'm gonna take a peek inside the house.
Alright. This woman is long gone and she had left her door open. So you take a peek inside.
Technically, it's not breaking. It's just.
It's true. Not bothering to pursue the woman or ask her any follow-up questions. You proceed into her house instead. Please make me an investigation roll.
Investigation. 16.
Realizing this is kind of technically a little bit of a crime, I suppose I'll keep watch in case she calls for guards or help.
Certainly. That would be the logical thing for a person to do. Okay.
She's not logical.
Well, that you're aware of. Because there were no follow-up questions asked. What you end up finding are wheat tracks leading away from a windowsill of the cottage towards a nearby thicket.
Ooh, I head in the direction of the thicket.
Okay, please give me a survival roll.
Okay. Natural 20.
Natural 20. You've kind of become familiar with Chewingas and their impish natures, and you end up seeing that there are 3 individual sets of tiny footprints. Some of the footprints have thin furrows in the snow alongside them, as if something was being dragged behind the creatures. By following the tracks, you are able to pick up the sound of movement from behind the conifers, and you end up seeing that there are 3 Chewingas currently there. They are playing atop the snow in a clearing. A dinner plate with branches and pine cones are arrayed on it. Between them, one Chewinga is sitting at the edge of the plate while the 2 others are moving a fork and a knife as if to cut the food.
I may have to think for this. Well, I do have a thing for this. And I have it prepared also.
Fire.
Seeing that, I'm going to, let's see, where is this? Yep. But I'm going to take, I'm going to take my,
I have something for you as well.
yes. Oh, it's adorable. They're all adorable.
Oh, look at those good boys. Oh, good creatures, rather.
So, as they're making the motion, I'm casting Silent Image and just like making the image of food appear on there. And I make it very obvious that I'm playing with them. I kind of like dance around them a little bit and cast the spell and just let the image follow the motion of them eating food.
Okay. Make me a performance roll, please.
Did I get an advantage for using Silent Image?
Yes.
Yay. Natural 20.
Bloody hell. Okay. Just keep being awesome today. The Chewinga look up at your approach, and they don't seem bothered by it. And as you imitate and act out this scene, the one holding the fork stabs down into a piece of the pine cone and holds it up to you in offering.
I will bow down and accept this offering and make a motion of eating it.
And you eat it, and they all three clap their tiny little hands together. And nature spirits. Let's see. So the Chewingas become excited and they start moving towards you. And they start climbing over you. They start looking through your things. They start messing with your hair. They are just genuinely being curious and like rifling through your stuff. The one with the knife admittedly may look more threatening than it means to, holding this knife and just waving it around excitedly, but it's kind of running in circles, flapping its arms with the knife in hand.
You all are amazing. I'm the Ventus.
They just kind of look up at you.
I'm going to flop back and make Snow Angel and continue to talk.
They flop down and make tiny snow pixies.
So, I have a friend who's very interested in good spirits like you, if you would like to meet them.
The three kind of look at each other. And they look back at you.
Plus, I think you all are amazing. Would you like to join us for a little bit?
They look at you again, and then they go back to cutting into the pine cone.
I'll extend a hand and kind of open the cloak a little bit to like indicate an invitation.
They see it, and they regard it for a moment, and then they look to Boy, and they hold out a piece of pine cone.
Take the pine cone and put it in my mouth.
Does not taste of meat.
I make a face, I take it out, and then I just hold it and look at them confused.
And they start they do the thing where they start rubbing their tummy with a large little chewinga hand.
I shake my head a little bit.
I nod my head a little bit.
And then I take out some of my rations. And I instead put a little piece of that in front of them. Actually, no, I put it on the guy's fork.
They look at it with the fork.
And then I do the little tummy thing.
They consider for a moment. And then the one not holding any cutlery goes over to the one with the fork. The one with the fork holds it steady as the one not holding anything pulls it back, and then they slingshot it over and it hits Keith in the face. Bounces right off his nose.
What in the hell's...
They fall into the snow in laughter, but they don't make any sound.
I cross my arms and I scowl.
I boop Flurry's nose. And then pet him in the head.
Mm-hmm.
I give Flurry pets.
That was food.
Yes, they're playing.
No play with food.
Always play.
Not with food.
Well, what about pretend food?
Not pretend food. And then I hold up the little piece of the rest of the rations. I'm like, not pretend food.
I will shift the silent image into a bowl. Oops! I just smudged my makeup.
Oops, I smudged it again.
And have it float and hold up this silent image to Flurry. Do you want to pretend to eat food?
Why pretend eat food when real food?
Because the nature spirits like it.
They have moved to start climbing on Oshi's.
They climb.
Well, okay.
They also play in people's underground.
It's true.
Okay, I know have undergarments.
It's also true.
I'll start scooching them
One is scooched.
and tucking them into my hood.
One is tucked
Form.
into. One is tucked into your hood, and then it pops out of your pocket.
I mean, last I checked, those weren't attached.
They aren't.
Their spirits will go where they want.
It is
But I think they've
plan here.
I think they've decided to follow us. I think they're just going to be playing with whoever they want. But we should maybe let that lady know that these are good spirits.
Good idea.
Looking down the road, do we see that lady anywhere? Has she come back at all?
You guys have spent several minutes playing with Chewinga and not worried about her.
Okay, looking down the road, do I see any form of authority? Because I probably would have stayed with the house.
No, they're not coming to get you.
Oh,
You didn't go into the house.
Probably-
You guys went after. you guys went after these Chewinga out in the brush.
Probably think she's crazy, lost her mind. But I thought we came here to make some money.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to. I'll just continue to dance along because there's Chewingas with us.
Until you notice that there aren't.
Do they leave?
They did not stay with you.
Oh, okay. How do we convince them? Play with them.
Did you ask them if they wanted to come with you?
I will lean down and to the Chewingas and say, "Would you like to come with us?"
Two of them seem to be content in playing house with the knife and fork, but one outstretches his arms up at you.
I will stretch my arm towards them.
And it runs up your arm, disappears into your hood, and then reappears in Oshisa's hood atop her head.
I like them.
Right. We should get going. And I'll pat my head for patting the Chewinga on top of it.
And I'll continue to just dance through the streets.
You can be my lookout. Chewinga on my head,
It gives you a thumbs up.
which I can't see.
Yep.
Alright. To the town hall.
No one came to investigate. They must have thought the woman crazy, or she simply didn't find the help she needed.
She's dead.
What if she's in the
Suddenly,
town
he just kind of
hall?
like closes the door and walks away.
She died.
What if she went to the town hall and everybody thinks she's crazy?
Well, you've a little friend there that can perhaps dissuade their assumptions.
Maybe.
I mean,
If that is
It's
your
likely-
concern, of course.
it's likely they'll just think she's been day drinking.
What? Who would do that?
I say as we start walking toward the town speaker.
I
Alright.
dance towards the town speaker instead.
Is this like a public residence, or is it like our town speaker where it's their actual house?
Let's see. The speaker's house. Let me see if this one has better information for me. 10 towns. Termalon. Speaker's house. Do I take you directly to the speaker's house, or do I distract Shay again? Which would be more fun? Alright, seeing no answer, I'm going to just take you to the speaker's house.
I did eventually want to say that I want to walk around and just look for interesting people.
Yeah. Well, that will definitely happen. So the speaker's house isn't listed, but I can give you the information on the town hall. Or I could, if there was any information listed there. What about on this one? Why would you list a location and not have any information on it? Okay. The town hall is the artistic centerpiece of Tourmaline. Covered passageways extend meticulously designed curved roofs, giving the appearance of a domed structure. The roof is well constructed and can withstand heavy snow loads. The front waiting room includes a magnificent 30-foot-high ceiling containing 2 desks between a collection of caryatids depicting various gods. I don't know what a caryatid is, but sounds neat. A highly decorated spiral staircase ascends to a second-floor gallery that overlooks the entrance chamber, providing access to the city speaker's private offices. The entrance chamber includes an ornate door opening into a large hall where town meetings are held. The walls of this meeting hall are illustrated with several large murals depicting all forms of artistic craft. That's all the information it gives me. Awesome.
Do any of these artsy stuff have tentacles?
No.
Okay.
So Oerus Masthew, hewing of a mast. Oh god, it's...
I hear that one more time. What the shit?
Oerus Masthew.
Is that a name?
That's the name. That's the name of the town speaker. Oh, Harris. I don't even think Dido can get this one right.
Oh,
Hi, Mark.
You think?
I don't think so. I'm curious to see if you can get it. You know what? You're just cheating at this point.
That was already
There we
copied.
go. It had to be different. Just
You can only get one inspiration. Come on, save some for the rest.
I don't even give Dido inspiration anymore.
Yeah, I haven't even been taking. I'm not taking the inspiration because I already know it.
She knows how to do this.
I was literally typing that in when Dido typed it in.
Womp womp. Oerus Masthew is the current town speaker. He is a half-orc. And... okay, that doesn't tell me much helpful information for using him either. I love the bare bones of this. Okay. Oerus looks to all of you as you enter the town hall and he says, unfamiliar faces. But in a town of such a huge population, unlike our rivals Lonelywood, it would be easy to not remember such wonderful faces of attractive people, bright children, and delicious-looking rabbits. I'm kidding, you're a Harengon. I respect your right to live.
Hello, I'm Avantis.
That was very specific.
Isn't it, though? I find it important to be very specific and to the point as a politician. No beating around the bush for me. That's how I won my last political race, being a straight shooter. Although sometimes a curved shooter.
Beating a bush.
Beating a bush. Sometimes a curved shooter. I don't discriminate. Winks at the Harengon again.
He just has that look of like, okay, like those finger crossbows at him, like.
Yep. It's just like, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. What a bright young individual you look to be. What's your name?
Call me Flurry.
All right, Flurry. That's a very wistful name, if I do say so myself.
Well, name is Arrow.
Arra? I don't think I've heard that before. Is that,
Wolfish.
Moderdavian? Wolfish. I've heard of Wolfish, yes. Definitely have.
flurry? Okay.
Good. Good to hear. What can I do you all for?
Well, a couple things actually. We do want to let you know that there are some kind spirits in town, and called Chewingas, and they are absolutely amazing, and everybody should play with them.
Wonderful. I'll get that notice right out. Take a memo. Things called Chewingas are friendly, and everyone should try to have one in their home. Collect them all now.
Well, they decide what homes they go in.
All right. Leave offerings to these kind nature spirits, and maybe they will bless your homes and end the terrible winter. I'm a genius.
That's not far off the mark,
you-
actually.
Probably not, one would hope.
Also, we were wondering if there was any work to be had.
There's always work to be had.
Is there any that could make aspiring wizards some money for their magic to help other people?
Wizards, huh? Never trusted magic folk myself, but you all seem all right. And he finger guns again. Not one to discriminate after all. God damn it, Frost. God damn it. Why would you
summon the mage hand and it
Why would you like that now? Let's see here. Well, as a matter of fact, I know two things in town that might be right up your alley. Skilled wizards, he winks, and all. But there are two people who are currently looking for capable individuals such as yourself that might be more than happy to lend a hand for the greatness of Tourmaline.
Who are these people?
So, first thing you're going to want to do, if you really want to do that, we have a tailor in town. She runs an establishment called the Fluffy Flump. Their name is, and don't question me on this because I didn't name her, alright? Corlin, Trim, Idawalin, Kalshi, Halfshoe. She's a gnome. Very eccentric. Delightful tailor.
Repeat that.
Corlin, Trim, Idawalin, Kalshi, Halfshoe.
What was it called? The fluffy.
Okay, and what does
The Fluffy Flump.
what does the tailor need?
She needs help with her tailoring.
A hands-on
specific-
for sewing.
Specifically, she needs an escort to find some dyes. She can tell you more.
Seems like a rather short name for a gnome.
Is it?
You said that there were two jobs. What's the other one?
Oh, the other one, much more lucrative, let me tell you. The Mistravin, Telmoraine's premier, newest theater hall, is about to start its first show tonight, in fact. The owner is looking for help.
Would you elaborate as to what kind of help he may require?
With his performance, of course.
Yeah, no.
Well, I can help with that.
Great. Well, you have two jobs lined up for you right there. Go see what good you can do for the town.
Sounds great. Also, I hear you. What if we were to? What would be the? I'm sorry, I'm flustered. What are the best shopping points in town?
Well, I'm very glad you asked. The Fluffy Flump is a great tailoring shop. That's probably your best place to start for shopping. Also, there are more places in the market square. So many, in fact. It's the best place to look for all of your market good needs.
You know flumps aren't really fluffy, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to tell her that.
Can
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't.
Can you post that name, please?
You sure you don't want to stick with your guesses? Dido didn't even try. Almost like
What?
she doesn't know
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
the gnome's name.
Oh, the Corlin. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. It was too long for me even to pay attention to the whole thing.
Wow, that's just
Let
rude.
alone try to guess.
First, I thought you were naming multiple people.
Nope. Just one.
I mean, I'm more suited for an escort mission than to perform on a stage.
We can do both.
One would hope. The more good you put into the world, the more good will come back to you. Wink.
Yeah, the last 2 years of my life have set up.
Yeah, well, the last 2 years have been shit for everyone.
Do you ever think there will be peace between Tourmaline and Lonelywood?
Fuck no. Fuck
No.
Lonelywood.
What is the hostility between Tourmaline and Lonelywood, if you don't mind my asking?
We're just better
We
than
share
them.
a lake.
And they try and steal our fish constantly. You understand how important the Scrimshander business is? It's very important. But you know what we can unify ourselves in? Our
They're
disdain
just mad
for the
they have
fucking
sucky
Bremen.
fishermen.
But you know what we can't. But you know what we can unite in our stance in? Our disdain for the fucking Bremen.
Yeah, they're even worse fishers.
They are. Fuck Bremen.
Fuck Bremen.
The kid gets it.
Got the impressionable youth going.
Good. Mold them young before it's too late.
What was the other person's name?
The other person's name? You didn't ask. The other person's name, however, is, now that you are asking, you're going to want to talk to Malo. Malo Loudbellow. That's such a great name.
They'd be.
You got it right, Kay.
Right and
Yeah.
very.
Very nice. Ah, I missed the capital L, I'm bad.
You missed a capital L. Damn. Yeah,
It's
spelling does count. Yours are definitely capitalized.
Yes, totally.
So you want to go see Malo Loudbellow at the Mistraven.
Okay, let's at the Mistraven.
At the Mistraven.
I raised my hand.
You'll meet Malo himself, the theatrical director, and his co-owner, Mistraven.
Let's go get.
Mistraven. Yeah. Yep.
Question.
Answer. I don't know why that's so catchy.
Places for food.
Oh, the east side. It's a tavern, inn. You can also go to the Blue Clam.
We keep food.
Well, we're not silly like the Lonelywoods who burn their food. That's no way to appease Arl. Don't you know that's how you starve to death?
Good. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Oaris, Miss Joaris Masthew.
Speaker Masthew.
Speaker Masthew.
You're quite welcome, person who didn't introduce themselves this entire time.
I did. That was the first thing I did. I said I'm Evantress.
Lies.
Not lies.
Well, I'm Evantress. It was nice to meet you as well.
Very much so.
Very, very much so.
Have a pleasant evening.
Have a pleasant day.
Thank you.
I don't know why this is a competition now.
I'm clearly a potential runner for speaker.
Sure.
I recommend we go see the theater people first, since that's starting tonight, and then we can escort tomorrow. But we could meet them today and schedule the escort for tomorrow.
Sure.
I am very good at escort work.
Ha. That almost sounds like she's
Not
a
wrong.
prostitute.
One correct.
Theoretically, what if I was?
Well, then you would be great for the sacrifice of warmth. Wink.
Wink. Sounds like there's a lot of money to be made that way.
Oh no, it's a sacrifice. You do it out of the kindness of your heart.
Oh,
Otherwise, it
interesting.
wouldn't be a sacrifice at all.
Then don't
That
catch
would
her
just
on a
be-
blue-haired day.
That would just be capitalism.
They kill you. Sacrifice.
No, we're not Bryn Shander. Shifty eyes.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
They're the ones?
Could be. That's the rumor. I wouldn't go down there during a full moon or a new moon.
Good to know.
It is. Safe to know.
Very much so.
Very much so.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Quite.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Farewell.
Thalia
Alright.
cast silence. I'm kidding, I don't have that spell.
He waved and his mouth keeps moving, but no sound comes out.
He's a Chewinga.
So who shall we see first?
Well, the performance is said to take place tonight, so that seems like the more pressing issue. If you care for that sort of thing.
Sounded like some of you didn't.
I think so too, but I wouldn't want this other person to go off alone, so we can let them know that we will indeed assist them tomorrow. And then we go do the thing.
That seems reasonable to me.
Is it
Alright.
though? Alrighty. So heading to the Flumph?
Yes.
Okay. So you all head to the Fluffy Flump. The Fluffy Flump. The Fluffy Flump consists of a narrow building squeezed between two large houses. It has a whitewashed facade with a large window displaying two mannequins wearing different styles of winter clothing. Skimming past all this information. When you enter, you see that the shop is barely big enough to hold several large rolls of silk, fine goat wool, other exotic fabrics, half a dozen mannequins, and the owner's human-sized counter. You do see Corwin, Trim, Edwallin, Kalashi, Half-Shoe standing behind the counter. She is a 4-foot-tall gnome with smooth brown skin, intricately braided auburn hair with secured or unsecured strands standing in all directions. Hi there! Welcome to my shop! How can I help you?
Hi there, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Evantress.
Why are you mocking the way I talk?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. This is just weird. I've never seen anybody speak as quickly as I do.
Oh, very sorry.
Oh, well, that's fine. Should I slow down for you?
I
I can't maintain that for very long. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Would you like to buy something?
Maybe. But, before
Ah, you can't keep it up for very long, can you?
No,
That's
I can't.
fine.
That's alright. We heard that you need escort work at some point.
It's true. I'm looking for people to help escort me into the woods to find some dye. It's very dangerous and very far, and I'm very small. I don't want to be eaten.
Well, we can get ready to help you out for tomorrow, if that's alright.
Well, it would be, but I would like to go as soon as possible. But I am willing to wait because what I am offering for you is a lucrative deal if you help me.
Well, that sounds like a plan then.
Great! I'm glad that there are no follow-up questions to any of this, so I'll meet you tomorrow.
How lucrative of a deal.
I'm very glad you asked. You seem like the smart one of the group. I'm glad you inquire further before just trusting a contract that we didn't sign.
Thalia tried to raise a hand to get a question, but she was not quick enough.
Harry is just blinking and looking back and forth between everyone, and then he turns to Keith and he's like, language?
Well, the rabbit has definitely been keeping up. He's a quick boy.
You just watch his ears, like when one talks, they turn that way. When the other one talks, it turns back and forth. He just goes, he looks at Fleur and goes, this place.
How lucrative, what part of the woods, what kind of dye are you looking for?
I need an escort to Dogan's Hole. Ha, phrasing. I found a book with a strange language depicting clothes with bright lights and colors. I did some research, and I learned that a luminescent flower from this area I can use to make a new dye. I'm offering you all a 25% discount on all future purchases, and she does raspberry. All future purchases as a reward if you help me find this flower and bring it back. Additionally, I will dye one item free of charge for you.
You want an escort to Dugan's Hole.
Yep.
You know that's on the other side of the 10 towns.
Mm-hmm.
Just quickly, would it trouble you
Adventure!
if I could have a look at that book that you have? I might be able to translate it. I am proficient with spells that would allow me
So,
insight.
so just so everybody knows, Dugan's Hole is all the way over here.
Yes.
Whoop. It's quite a ways. Oh, it's just a short skip, hop, and a jump from here.
No, it's not.
You think you're gonna go in a straight line?
In a straight line. That's pages.
You delightful fool.
As somebody who's an expert on hopping out of all of us in here, let me tell you, it is not short.
Well, that is why I am hiring you all to be an escort. I am willing to haggle if you would want a second enchantment, but I would need some flowers to remain for dyeing.
You're also an enchanter?
Well, technically, no. I'm a tailor, but this is a magic flower, so I figure it would work the same way.
That is true.
It's true. Hopefully.
That's just 60 hours of traveling, not even including sleeping or anything like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or weather.
You wanted to see the book, though.
Yes, please. I may be able to translate it if that would help.
Let's see if it actually tells me anything when I click this. Oh. D&D Beyond.
Don't think, as a hunter, she goes as far as Dugan's Hole.
Huh. Oh, okay. That's interesting. What languages do you speak?
Thalia! My push-to-talk key isn't making noise anymore, but yeah, Thalia opens her Awakened Spellbook and uses the ability to make Comprehend Languages Ritual instant.
Okay.
So, all of them.
All of them. Yeah, no, that's what I was hoping for. So, doesn't account for comprehend languages, but I am fine with that working. Which is weird that it doesn't account for it. She says, of course, I'm not personally able to read it, but the script looks very funny, and as you... I'm not worried about that. Okay. You end up reading the title. Its script looks... What languages do you know, though, before this?
The languages I know are Common, Elvish, Undercommon.
That's it?
That's it.
Terrible wizard. Okay. you don't
I'm an investigator. I got skills. I didn't get languages.
you don't recognize the languages before you cast this spell to comprehend all languages. And
Do
then
I?
the what?
Do I recognize?
You're not looking at the book.
Okay.
I'm specifically answering one other person's question who is looking at the book.
Understood.
Alrighty. So the script unscrambles under the magic and reshapes into the common script for you to be able to read and understand. And you end up seeing that it says the book is called Power and Fashion, Part 6.
How do you spell cowering?
Power in Fashion, Part 6.
Fantastic. That sounds like a fantastic read.
Yep. You flip through it, and you see that it contains detailed instructions for creating a cape of the Mountebank, a cloak of the Bat, a cloak of protection, and glamored studded leather.
Something like that?
What were they? Cloak of the Bat, glamored studded leather, and
Cape of the Mountebank, cloak of the Bat, cloak of protection, and a glamored studded leather.
That's making me now want to play like a snobby fucking fashionista character.
Hell yeah.
Juventus, this book very well may have some insights into our little personal project as well. But we shan't.
Well, if you want me to
You're
really
reading it
sweeten, if you
without-
really want me to sweeten the pot
without
for
your-
being an escort, I can offer you the book to borrow once we have completed our trip to Dogan's Hole.
It's gonna take longer than one day.
Of course, it's not. If it was only a day trip, I could have gone by myself.
Are you prepared for such a trip?
I certainly can be.
Question. We have book on trip.
I would prefer to leave it here so it doesn't get damaged.
If no damage. If damage, we buy.
I still need it for my work, which is why I would let you all borrow it and study for your own needs. But selling it is slightly out of the question currently.
Yeah, not until another copy is made, and that takes time.
I definitely wouldn't be able to transcribe it anytime soon.
I could certainly work on that, but it would require time.
A lot of
this
time.
Volume 6. I don't suppose you have any other volumes.
Unfortunately, no, which is why I was able to discover this and its dyeing properties, which is what I'm most interested in. I want to be able to have this luminescent dye.
Well, I'm convinced. I'd be more than happy to help you, but it'll be left up to my companions.
And it
What
does
say
sound
you?
like I have at least a day to get prepared and a day for you to make a decision.
Sounds good.
Well, for a trip like that, we would need sled. We would need mounts.
Oh, can we get axe beaks?
Are you gonna pay for them?
Oh, I was hoping you were going to pay for them.
You know, we do have giant shells we could use as sleds.
Do you? That's amazing. Where are you hiding them?
Oh, they're
Back at the house where they were left. Because they're too big to drag.
Oh, well, that's...
Thought you said we were bringing one.
Are you? Did you? Who carried
I do not have-
who carried this
I
giant
do not
shell?
have the strength
Looks
to
to the
bring
rabbit.
a giant shell.
Wow. Never mind then. I just thought I heard someone say we're gonna bring one.
I think it was discussed and then didn't
Maybe
happen.
didn't, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the strength to be able to bring it.
The
Makes
jacked
sense.
rabbit can do it. Ha, get it?
Ha ha ha!
I have to go. My God needs me. Levitates out of the room.
Jacked rabbit died on the way back to his home planet.
Talking about help you with what? Giant muscle arms flex as he goes to scratch his head.
You want me to help you with that over there?
Sorry, I didn't mean to multi-class into gunslinger. These.
I get it. Feels like it's ripped.
Well, we can check to see how much such
Gunslinger.
beasts.
Well, I'd be more than happy to front you all some money to purchase axe beaks. That would be my contribution to the caravan.
Why don't we go take a look
Very
at?
much.
Do. How much are axe beaks? Do. How much are axe beaks? Do. How much are axe beaks?
I know how much they eat.
She said just the purchase, not the maintenance.
No, I know, but I don't remember how much they cost, but I know how much they eat.
Gotcha. Special equipment. Axe beaks. They have their own tab. Okay. Axe beaks play.
You can't find the weather table.
50. Yeah, exactly. So she gives you 100 gold, and she says this should be enough for 2 axe beaks.
How much for a sled?
That also has one. Empty sled costs 20 gold. Weighs 300 pounds and has room at the back for 1 driver. A sled uses wolf stack block. Oh, sled dog is 50
I
gold.
was like,
and
I
can
just want
pull
the sled,
350.
not the dog.
Sled dogs must take a short rest. Okay, so dog sleds can carry 1 person. It sounds like, which seems not right. I think it can usually carry 2 people, right?
It usually has a driver and a rider.
There we go. Okay, so you'll need enough sleds for all of you. Sleds cost 20 gold, and she gave you 100 to buy 2 axe beaks. A single
But
sled
I'm
dog
looking for
can
a sled
pull-
to attach to the axe beak, not the dog.
I know. A sled costs 20 gold.
So axe beaks are 50 each. Sleds are 20
Yep.
each.
Sled dogs are also 50 gold, so kind of decide which value you want, but she said axe beaks. You can also just ride axe beaks, by the way.
Yes, but we only have 2. And there's
She
going to
only
be 6
she
people.
only gave you money for 2.
We can't afford an axe beak. That's why we came here on foot.
It's true. You could have, but people spent money on other things.
You know what would get us some more money?
Prostitution.
That.
Or working at a play tonight.
Yes.
Could.
Play work is not thing I'm good at.
Leave it to me.
I'm a little bit of a performer. I'm okay at writing, so I might be able to help.
Well, let's go see what they need.
All right. So I can get you guys one more quest because we're getting near a stopping point, so we probably won't be able to get any of them really going today.
That's fine.
As you all trudge through the streets, you see a young boy standing on a box, yelling about various local happenings, including the recent evacuation of workers from a nearby mine that has been overrun by kobolds. Fucking kobolds.
Wow.
A boy wrapped in heavy winter clothes shouts the news of the day as people pass by. When you approach, the boy cries, "The gemstone mines is closed because of monsters. Speaker Master Hugh is offering..." I'm gonna up that cost because we need more gold. 100 gold to anyone who clears it out. probably should
Now
have
that
mentioned that.
is something that's more my style.
Yeah, like Cave immediately turns and looks towards it, probably at the same time as though she's like, "Oh, we get to beat stuff up for money. Let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah, screw these nerds. Let's go and hit
To
things.
save the trouble of this, going back to talk to Mastu, or Mastu just mentioned it while you were there. The mine is a half-hour trek. Or you could just go without talking to him. It's a half-hour trek to the map. Oh, it's not on here. Okay. It's not far. It's a half hour from here.
The page boy is just standing there saying, "The mine is a
Mine's not far. Just a short half-hour walk through the snow.
I'm sure Avantis is looking forward to being part of the play in Thalia, but that
'Tis
It's
only
more-
a half hour. Won't take long to kill kobolds, I reckon.
We can do all this stuff, can't we?
You could do all of this stuff unless you die a horrible death.
unless we die a horrible death.
Death, that's what I said.
Unless we die a horrible death.
Horrible death.
I'm sold.
I can fight and play.
Ho ho.
Okay.
This boy fights hard and plays harder.
Let's go see what this
It's a gem mine, not a steel.
what this theater house needs once. Maybe it'll be something quick.
Thank you, Town Crier Boy.
You're quite
Yeah.
welcome. And he holds out his little newsy cap at you.
I can
Not an excursion to
What kind of
Dugan's
coin?
Hole.
Listen, you want to excursion to that hole all day.
I want to exert to that Dugan, that hole of Dugan.
Dugan needs his whole.
I'll give him 2 silver.
Give him 2 silver. He sets the cap back atop his head and he says, "Thank you kindly, Mum. This will feed me children for a week."
What?
And he scampers off.
Do you look old enough to? Nah,
No.
Make a perception check for me real quick. That wasn't a child at all. That was a halfling. Anyways.
Oh, that was full grown. Okay. Just gonna keep that in mind.
Verify the ages of all children. How old are you? Alright.
Hey, I mean,
I'm 85 years I is.
I said that Flurry was a human, but you never know.
Halfling may have been boy all along.
My God, you played me like a fiddle, Fleur.
Like
No,
a
I'm
damn
a human
fiddle.
boy.
Alright.
I'm a real boy.
So you all head to the Mistraven. When you arrive, you see that the theater itself consists of a large hall filled with dozens of chairs in front of a simple wooden stage. Seated at the back of the theater is a dejected-looking halfling. He's wearing a striped purple tunic, and seems to be not really minding the cold because he just kind of stepped outside, but he's kind of sulking and looks really dejected.
Is something wrong, friend?
Oh, hello. I didn't expect to see anyone back here.
Why not?
Well, this is the back alley. Only nefarious ne'er-do-wells and harlots come in the back alleys. It's good inspiration for my theater writing.
Oh, you're writing a...
A saucy puppet show. No, not really.
that has potential.
It does. I'm gonna have to write that down. Mr. Vin, write that down! You see a blue fairy dragon appear from underneath his hood. Writing it down, sir.
Oh, I take it, you are,
Mallow Loudbellow! Thespian!
neat.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yes, you are.
Mallow Loudbellow. Thespian!
That's
And this is my associate, Mistravin. And
Pleasure to meet you again.
co-owner, the dragon quips at him.
Pleasure
You're
to meet
very
you too.
loud.
I'm a loud bellow. It's what we do. We are actors!
Loud bellows are loud fellows.
Loud bellows are loud fellows, Mistravin. Write that down. Writing it down, sir.
Well, I'm Avantis.
Avantis! Have you
and-
considered putting an R in there?
I haven't personally, but I think others have for me.
I think others might have for you. Avantris, Avantis. Either way, the S's. You're not a Yuan-Ti, are you?
No, I'm an Eladrin.
An Eladrin? Curious.
I do like curiosity.
It kills the cat.
They have 9 lives, it's fine.
Or it shucks the clam, as they say.
Is that a saying?
No, but I made it up. Mustravin, write that down. Writing it down, sir.
We did hear that you needed assistance.
I do. I fear my latest work is doomed for failure.
Why would that be?
Because I'm afraid it's just not good. And he starts crying. He buries his face in your lap.
There. My fury can carry us through anything.
I just want to be good. I want the play to be good. Everybody's counting on this to not fail. The town speaker, he says he'll break my knees if it doesn't turn out a profit. He implied it. He didn't actually say it, but I could see it in his wicked tusks and that evil gleam in his eyes. The fires of his orcish ancestors screamed for blood.
I feel like I shouldn't say anything about that comment.
But you did.
It's true, I did.
What I need from you is to help me make sure this play goes off without a hitch. There's a lot of money riding on it, for myself and for the town. And Mistravin, she put up her entire hoard to help get this hall built. You wouldn't want to disappoint Mistravin, would you? And he holds up the little fairy dragon in front of you. You wouldn't want to disappoint this face?
It probably just sighs.
It does.
Well, what are the details exactly? Are we like making sure that nobody ruins anything? Are
I
we
need you to make sure
acting-
nobody ruins it, and I need you to be able to improvise on a moment's notice if something happens.
Are we actually acting?
Can you act?
A little bit.
No.
Well, then you're perfect.
Well, all right.
Tell me, which of you is most familiar with the great hero Dritz Duerden?
History check.
Oh. Can I have a history check? Possibly
Absolutely.
with advantage. Maybe.
Why would you possibly have advantage, sir?
I speak Undercommon. I spent some time with Drow.
I also speak
That's
Undercommon.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
that's probably not enough to.
Oh yeah, I don't think that applies.
Well, not that it matters.
Kate, you have no idea who Dritz Duerden is.
Sounds like a chode.
I'm probably like crouching in a chair, not really paying attention,
Just
staring at
completely
it.
zoned out. What does the book actually say about Dritz Duerden? I love it because it's nothing. I literally just typed his name in to see what this book has to say. Only the background information. She comes up.
Go by the novels.
No, I'm not going by the novels. I'm trying to... they included him. I want to know what the damn story has in store for him. One second. Where is Dritz? Rime of the Frostmaiden subreddit. A few posts talking about Dritz, Easter egg from the books, and where he actually is. Is he still alive? Of course he's still alive. He's in another dimension portal at the moment. Oh, wonderful. He's not even here. Why is he here?
Is that who the play is about?
The play is about Dritz Duerden. You all know that Dritz Duerden is a famous / infamous ranger who hails from the Underdark. He specifically is one of the heroes of the Hall, which is a dwarven hold on the other side of the Spire of the World, far to the south, but originated from a clan of dwarves that lived underneath Kelvin's cairn. So over here.
He's the OG Gloomstalker.
He's the OG Gloomstalker, before Gloomstalker was a thing. But yeah, so he befriended a clan of dwarves that lived in Kelvin's cairn. This is for the people with a 20. Befriended the dwarven people of Kelvin's cairn and helped defend 10 towns from an evil wizard who tried to conquer the entire region several decades / 100+ years ago. Rumor has it his long elven life has him still running around today, somewhere in the woods, the snow, and the mist. Some say you can even hear him right behind you! He's not behind you.
No, that's just Ted.
That's just Ted, my stagehand.
When he says that, I pop up behind him and say, I, Dritz Duerden, will defend 10 towns from the evil wizardry.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you. And I give an elegant bow.
But you know, his accent is a little thicker than that.
What were you thinking?
Something more like this!
I, Dritz Duerden!
Perfect.
Okay.
If my understudy's understudy dies, I will recruit you to do the next Dritz Duerden.
Fantastic.
Indeed.
How about this? She clears her throat and remembers some of the vowels and consonants and stuff like that of Undercommon and oh, good eye cubber. Trizzo here.
Perfect. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Alright, so...
It's just awestruck, like, my god, that sounds exactly like someone told me he would.
It's brilliant. Sounds just like the Underdarkian accent. So, that being said, he says that you all will be the ones to help if anything happens during the play. So, we can actually probably get through the play today. So, that's what we'll do. Okay. So, as the day turns to evening, the play ends up attracting quite a large crowd of people from all across 10 towns who are interested in seeing the Mistravian's premier show. It is called The Crystal Shard, and it opens with our host Loudbellow stepping out, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere of The Crystal Shard, a tale we all know quite well, as the heroes of 10 towns are the ones who kept us from falling under the sway of an evil wizard and his terrible crystal tower. Woo!" And he wiggles his fingers, and the stage shifts and changes, and a snowy backdrop slides into place as a large greenish crystal-like tower emerges from a trap door. And as he goes through, he says, we set our scene in the snowy dale, and it shows the start of a character dressed dressed as Dritz Duerden. There's no makeup to do even fantasy blackface because it's just offensive, but the person is seen striding across the snowy forest alongside a illusory panther, as well as a person who is dressed to look like a dwarf, and then a woman with curly red hair, and just another small halfling, all working together to fight off barbarians. As it continues, they show the story of them meeting another young barbarian who introduces himself as Wulfgar, Prince of the North, and they continue to fight, and they come into contact with the evil wizard Akar Kessel. And somebody roll me, please, a d4. 1. As the play continues and you all have roles as extras and things to help keep the play going, a hearing-impaired stagehand atop the catwalk misses hearing Cloudy their cue to change the scenery as the scene needs to change to something a little more dramatic. What do you all do to keep the play from getting messed up?
I want to read something real quick.
I was thinking about taking Fog Cloud, damn it.
I was wondering if I could use that to make mist.
Does it say you can make mist?
No, it's just liquid and solids.
Alrighty, so no gases or plasmas, I'm afraid.
Alright, let me read this one. Yep, harmless sensory effect. I will use prestidigitation to do cloudies.
We'll do prestidigitation to do cloudies. Okay. Anybody else helping?
I can make some dramatic noises.
I can. Ooh, I'm going to try and use my magnifying glass to shine magical bluish light over the
Just a hand magnifying glass?
To try and shine eerie colouring over the prestidigitation effect. To make it all rowdy.
Please make me a tinker roll.
I howl. I go, howl, like a wolf.
At the change of the moon. Make me a performance roll. Oshis?
The only thing I can do is shoot the rope.
You shoot the stagehand. I need your tinker roll, please.
No, shoot the rope to make it
what
drop,
is a tinker
I'm not
roll?
gonna do that.
Intelligence. Without your thing, since you're not proficient in it, it sounds like. Okay. Keith, are you doing anything to help?
With what?
Yes. Are you doing anything to help this?
I have literally nothing I can do, so
Alrighty.
I'm gonna stand there.
Okay.
Yep, that's what Oshis is doing.
That's what Oshis is going to do. You're just working as a stagehand. So you two probably played barbarians who were killed by the heroes. The curtain drops, and there's a couple of claps, a couple of coughs. Poor Loudbellow seems nervous at the lukewarm reception to the first act. And he says, okay, Act 1 is down. Act 2 is going to begin shortly. Act 2 starts, and you see Akar Kessel, the wizard, leading an army against 10 towns. The backdrop shifts as it shows several papier-mâché goblins and giants, and those of you who act as extras running against a group of heroes that fight and clash. You see a side story about Wulfgar going to challenge a larger barbarian man to a duel, and how Dritz bravely sneaks into the Crystal Tower, but is caught and imprisoned by the mage, Ooh, dramatic. Another D4, please. 4. The apparatus that creates mist randomly activates and begins to fill the stage with fog, right in the middle of a dramatic monologue being held by Canterbury about how she's torn between her love for the handsome Wolfgar and the dark, mysterious Dritz-Duerden. It's not supposed to be happening.
I don't have any spells that can help that either, I'm afraid.
I
go over and press a button on the machine.
Please make me a tinker roll.
How do I do a tinker roll?
Same way that they did. It's your intelligence, and if you're not proficient, you don't add your proficiency modifier. And I'm going to give you disadvantage because you were a wild child and you don't understand how those things work.
Well, okay, my first thought was literally just to turn it around.
But you pushed a button, so
I did.
roll.
A
Okay.
6.
Let's see here. Roll me another D4, please.
Okay. A 4.
Roll me no, actually, I'll use this. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one here. During this moment where a button is pushed, the back door opens and the sound of barking is heard as numerous wild dogs enter through the backstage and begin to chase the actor that is Dritz-Duerden because there had been meat hidden in his pockets. And so the serious love scene monologue turns to comedy as people seem confused and start laughing as poor Dritz is running on the stage attempting to not be mauled by wild animals.
At that,
I'll quickly throw out
entertaining
a
show.
sleep and blast all the dogs.
yeah, at that, I'm just gonna one up myself from last time and just cast Silent Image to make the actors still there and get someone to still read the scripts.
Oi, you right there, it's me, Dritz. I'm totally not scared of dogs.
Okay, but the thing is, Dritz was not on the stage. He was getting chased onto the stage by dogs. So making a second Dritz appears.
Oh.
There is now a confused
No,
image.
okay, I'm
no,
sorry,
you
I
already
didn't
did it.
understand.
You just cast it.
But I didn't understand what you said.
I'm sorry. But now there is a confused drow standing on stage as another one is being chased by wild dogs.
Yeah, as said, I'll try and blast all the dogs with sleep.
Okay, please roll 20 feet of
20
sleep.
HP of creatures.
20 HP of creatures onto the stage. How much health do commoners have?
Not a
Like
lot.
around 4.
Not a lot. Commoner has 4 exactly. And dog. Dog.
Starting at the
Dog
least
is not
and
listed.
going up from there, I believe.
Yeah, starting with the least and going up from there. It says use wolf stat block, which I'm not going to do. Where's the riding dog? Dog, 5th edition. Mastiff? 5. Okay. So starting with the lowest health, which would be the commoners and the dogs who have 1 HP more, Dritz falls asleep, Canterbury falls asleep, so that's 8, and then you can get 2 more dogs. So
How many dogs are there in total?
let's find out. 6!
Fuck me.
So 2 dogs fall asleep on top of Dritz, and 4 start tearing at his costume and getting at the meat in his pockets while he's asleep. The crowd seems very confused. You've already done your action, so please allow others to try and do something.
I'm gonna pull out a small hunk of moose meat and do a dog whistle.
Please give me a handle animal roll.
Oh shit! Could have done something.
Mm-hmm.
11.
11. Okay. Let's see. Mastiff. Call that one a whoops for sure. Mastiff. They are now Shadow Mastiff Alphas. No. Wisdom with disadvantage, I say, because meat. This one. I'm just going to roll for the group. Okay. The four hear your whistle and see the big hunk of meat, and they rush off the stage with scene 2 quickly being curtained so that this situation can be rectified. They drag the unconscious people off the stage and quickly prepare for the third act. Loud bellow, biting his nails red. Oh gosh, this is going terribly. Hopefully the last act can be salvageable. Kind of
Once the dogs are safely away, I dispel the sleep.
Dispel the sleep, and the dogs wake up, and they lick Dritz on the face.
I will maintain concentration and use the silent image to enhance the play however it needs to be.
Okay. The silent image remains on stage even though Dritz is not in this act.
I can change it.
You said you were going to keep him on the stage to enhance it.
I'm maintaining concentration.
Okay, so...
But I can change the image on whatever silent image is.
So what would you like to do with it?
Well, I'm just maintaining concentration. Whatever the scene is, I'm gonna use it to enhance it.
Okay. So my question is Dritz still on the stage?
No.
No? Okay. So move him off the stage, and then the scene will start. Wolfgar is now victorious and has claimed leadership of the barbarians. The act continues as it shows him fighting an army of goblins and orcs, and Regis, the halfling, bravely rescues Dritz and manages to help him destroy the wizard's tower. We see that the scenes continue on as Dritz follows Akar Kessel through a magical portal, and this transitions again to the top of the spine of the world, where the two fight in a climactic battle, with Akar Kessel even giving villainous monologues. He fires lasers recklessly from the crystal shard. A great laser light show shows as Dritz parries with his great magic swords, and eventually a sweeping avalanche falls across the two of them. Dritz, however, manages to survive, and we see the scene end with a happy reunion of all the heroes of the hall. Please roll me a d4. A 3. The mechanism that moves the curtain is stuck, and so as they are taking their final bow, the curtain stops about 3/4 of the way, leaving a few of the actors awkwardly at a 90-degree angle.
The silent image changes to finish closing the curtain.
Silent image cannot manipulate solid objects.
But it's an image.
Case will finish closing the curtain with his big muscly arms.
Athletics roll, please.
Yeah, swole.
Alright, I understand what you want to do, but silent image will not move the curtain.
I can still give the imagery of the curtain closing to the crowd.
That's not what you said.
I don't make...
The thing about illusions is you have to be specific about what you're trying to do. And you said you were going to close the curtain. You cannot manipulate an object with a...
Yes, it's an illusion of the curtain closing.
Okay, that's not what you said.
I thought it was fairly obvious.
It wasn't. That's why I said that.
Okay.
Okay. Again, please be specific if you're going to use illusions. So, somebody else has already moved the actual curtain closed. Is anybody else doing anything to try and help enhance the scene?
I'll play music.
Please make a performance roll. Okay. Music is played. The curtain calls. Anybody else making any actions?
No, I'll just fuck something up.
All right. Oshis.
Nope.
Boy.
I'm just using my what do you I'm gonna use my little thingy thing that I came up with to where I can cast Speak with Animals without using a spell slot and talk with the dogs in backstage.
So not helping the scene. Okay. So
Well, you said actions.
any actions to help the scene is what I asked for. Okay. So with the scene closed, there is a confused applause from the crowd. It has mixed reception from everybody, and people slowly start to filter out. As the evening draws to a close, Loud Bellow kind of approaches you all and says, "Well, that was a disaster. I'm not quite sure what happened or how these dogs got in. I almost killed poor Godfrey over there." And he's like, "I'm okay." And he just says, "I don't think I was cut out for this. I think I should go back to the Tower of Ingenuity and continue serving Gond. I didn't think I had it in me to be an actor, but I was just so determined to please Mr. Vin." And he kind of looks around. Mr. Vin's not here. And he kind of looks at all of you and he says, "Thank you so much for helping this be a disaster."
I put a hand on his shoulder and I say, "Sometimes things go wrong, but that doesn't mean you should give up."
I wanted to give up. I wanted this to fail spectacularly, and you helped me achieve that. I can go back to the tower, and I don't have to feel bad because this was a failure.
You're welcome.
You wanted this to fail. I mean, I could have done more. I thought you wanted this to be a success, so I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything, and that was incredible. Thank you for not contributing at all. Mr. Vin was so determined to see this go through, and I would have really felt bad if we had made the effort and it failed, but destiny has shown that we weren't meant to do this at all.
Have you ever considered, being honest with your friend?
Honest?
Yeah.
You try being honest to a dragon, even one as tiny as them. They eat people.
Not if you're friends.
She'll get bigger and eat me. She's a dragon.
You can be honest and still have respect for each other.
Sure. I could respect her because she's a dragon. Well, she's a dragon. Don't you know dragons look down upon creatures like us?
Oh,
And
yes,
eat
but
them.
And eat us!
does she, in fact, consider you a friend?
I'm more of a pet, really.
Well, then she probably won't be horribly upset if you let her know that, look, it's something you didn't want to do.
There is one last thing I need you all to do for me.
Are you going to ask us to tell her that it went horribly?
No. Far simpler.
Take the blame for it?
No. Far simpler.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
He starts handing you torches. Help me burn down this stage hall.
Yeah, no.
The insurance
Sorry.
money will recoup her losses.
Hard pass.
Glances at character sheet first.
Insurance fraud
grab
is
a quick-
incredibly illegal, I'm afraid, in most civilized towns.
Plausible deniability. You had no hands in this. I've never met you. You're drifters.
But
I
the town
push him
speaker
over.
sent us.
That's fair. Just don't be caught.
I think we have to go. It's getting kind of late, and we have a thing tomorrow.
Fine. I'll burn it down myself.
Your establishment.
Indeed. Well, I bid you all
I'll
good
assist if
day.
he gets money.
Well, nobody discussed getting paid by this man.
I tell him that. I'll assist if he gets money.
Keith,
Oh,
Keith will be
well.
the last one to shuffle out of there once everybody leaves.
Well, you won't be the last one because Shay wants to get paid.
Yeah, Keith is like hanging around.
Let's see. What was he going to offer you if there was anything?
I wasn't planning on taking this man's money because Oshus really didn't do anything.
Oshus didn't do anything.
That's a lot. Hey, I did one thing. I got the dogs out of there.
That's fair. That
Got
meat
the
was
dogs
expensive. You did get the dogs in. It kind
I
of balances out. It
I
actually
go over-
doesn't. It actually doesn't talk about rewarding you guys for this one. That's so weird. Hold on.
I will
I'm
go
not.
over too.
We're not gonna play that. You guys should be rewarded, even if there's a twist at the end. Which is kind of weird because it's like he does want the show to keep going, but he also wants it to fail.
Spoken like a true actor.
Like a true actor. It does not discuss paying you all. He will offer you 45 gold to help him commit insurance fraud.
Okay.
Alright. He hands you a torch. Go on then.
I take one of the twitches too.
Just start sticking them in all of the dry wooden patches. Get a good blaze going.
I threw it into the audience.
What?
You hurl the torch into the
Not
audience.
like-
No, I'm kidding. This is after the show. You don't burn anybody.
People already left, I assume.
Yes.
But like I imagine us being on the stage still.
Or in the back, but yeah.
He just throws it.
You throw the torch. Please give me an athletics roll.
I'm gonna use another spell slot to make another me, so I have an alibi.
Okay. The other you possibly appears next to Thalia where it's out of sight.
Yep. And then not be seen. I'm going to use my other ability, my new ability, Chrono Shift. Good job. So I can re-roll.
Please do, because that's not a good stealth roll. Okay. Boy, you throw this torch from the stage into the seating area, and it lands in the middle of the aisle where it does not catch fire. I imagine, for the sake of speeding it up, because we are 10 minutes past, Yavantis goes to something that is actually flammable, like the curtain, and sets the building ablaze. The three of you exit out the back, and he says, "Here is your money, and we never met each other." Wink.
Wink.
I am stealthy. Is it still snowing outside?
Probably not at this point.
Well, I hope my illusion gave me advantage.
I hope so too.
I'm just running out like I was one of the actors. No, not that. I'm just running away from the fire.
Just running away from the fire. Alright.
So it's like
Oshis is quite
possible
stealthy.
that I would be running away and not wanting to get burned.
Keith would follow suit me, like, oh god, my fur!
Alright, so we end tonight with the scene of the group stealthily trying to leave the scene of this fire, sneaking through the back alleys and heading to what would be the inn for the night, the east side. I almost said the East Haven, but that's town. Yes, the east
Okay.
side.
We just sacrificed some warmth. That was a perfectly good building.
Yep, there you go. The sacrifice of warmth. Several days after the sacrifice is supposed to be made. But you all head to the east side and book a room for the night. Blissful in the thoughts that nobody is any wiser that you helped commit insurance fraud. And I'm going to add a little fire to the map. Fire. Or where everything burned down. In a 5-mile radius. No. There isn't even enough room for that.
Lonely Wood send their regards.
What's a good building that looks like it would be a play hall? This one. There we go. It's on fire now. Alright, that's the end of the game. Woo!
The game.
Woo! That's game. Alright, everybody. Well, this says it's been 3 hours because we started late. Woo! That's the end. Thank you all for watching. This has been... Oh, wow, a lot of people in chat, even though it says 6. This has, of course, been Rime with Frostmaiden. Next week, they will either be heading to a very far place, Dogan's Hole, or going to the gem mines. Probably the gem mines first, I imagine. Probably.
Yes, because it is in town.
Because it is in town.
Ish.
It's a 30-minute walk, allegedly. Map player. There it is. So, yes, the gem mines next week. Stay tuned. We'll see.